What does the term human genome mean? What is a gene, what are its characteristics, and what are the differences between a genome and a gene? What is DNA and how is it different from a gene and a genome? Finally, what is the human race, and how does it differ from the gene and the genome? Why does Afrocentric use terms without clarifying their meaning? How can the human race of the Egyptians be determined? To know the answers to these questions, please follow me. I'm Nazi Suleiman, an Egyptian archaeologist. I'm going to tell you more about Afrocentric. Please stay with me. The human genome is a complete set of nucleic acid sequences for humans, encoded as DNA within the 23 chromosome pairs in cell nuclei and in a small DNA molecule found within individual mitochondria. These are usually treated separately as the nuclear genome and the mitochondrial genome. Human genomes include both protein-coding DNA sequences and various types of DNA that does not encode proteins. Although the sequence of the human genome has been completely determined by DNA sequencing, it is not yet fully understood. Most, but not all, genes have been identified by a combination of high-throughput experimental and bioinformatics approaches. The Human Genome Project, HGP, was an international scientific research project with the goal of determining the base pairs that make up human DNA, and of identifying, mapping and sequencing all of the genes of the human genome from both a physical and a functional standpoint. The human genome contains between 20 to 25,000 genes, present and arranged in the form of 23 pairs of chromosomes in the cell nucleus. There are two types of chromosomes. The first type is the 22 autosomal chromosomes, and the second type is the sex chromosomes, X and Y, which determine the sex of male or female. What does gene mean? In biology, the word gene, from Greek, genos meaning generation or birth or gender, can have several different meanings. The Mendelian gene is a basic unit of heredity and the molecular gene is a sequence of nucleotides in DNA that is transcribed to produce a functional RNA. There are two types of molecular genes, protein-coding genes and non-coding genes. The term gene was introduced by Danish botanist, plant physiologist and geneticist Wilhelm Johansen in 1909. It is inspired by the ancient Greek, gonos, that means offspring and procreation. The transmission of genes to an organism's offspring is the basis of the inheritance of phenotypic traits. These genes make up different DNA sequences called genotypes. Most biological traits are under the influence of polygenes as well as gene-environment interactions. Some genetic traits are instantly visible, such as eye color or the number of limbs, and some are not, such as blood type, the risk for specific diseases, or the thousands of basic biochemical processes that constitute life. Genes can acquire mutations in their sequence, leading to different variants, known as alleles, in the population. These alleles encode slightly different versions of a gene, which may cause different phenotypical traits. DNA, deoxyribonucleic acid, is a polymer composed of two polynucleotide chains that coil around each other to form a double helix. The polymer carries genetic instructions for the development, functioning, growth and reproduction of all known organisms and many viruses. DNA and ribonucleic acid, RNA, are nucleic acids. Alongside proteins, lipids and complex carbohydrates, polysaccharides, nucleic acids are one of the four major types of macromolecules that are essential for all known forms of life. A large part of DNA, more than 98% for humans, is non-coding, meaning that these sections do not serve as patterns for protein sequences. Finally, what is the human race? A race is a categorization of humans based on shared physical or social qualities into groups generally viewed as distinct within a given society. The term came into common usage during the 1500s, when it was used to refer to groups of various kinds, including those characterized by close kinship relations. By the 17th century, the term began to refer to physical, phenotypical, traits, and then later to national affiliations. Modern science regards race as a social construct, an identity which is assigned based on rules made by society. While partly based on physical similarities within groups, race does not have an inherent physical or biological meaning. Although still used in general contexts, race has often been replaced by less ambiguous terms, populations, peoples, ethnic groups, or communities, depending on context. Why does Afrocentric use terms without clarifying their meaning? The Afrocentric movement arose under the European occupation of Africa, and scholars said that they found their people being sold into the slave market. Anyone can understand the psychological state of these scholars. But the thing that cannot be accepted is that some repeat these ideas in this era. Afrocentric thinkers believe that they are the owners of civilization in Egypt, the Levant, Europe, China, Indonesia, India, North Africa and others. They think they built the world while the rest of the people were sleeping. Therefore, some of them mention these terms without understanding their meaning, while some hide their lies behind these terms. But the scenes of cemeteries in Egypt will always remind them of their origin, as if the ancient Egyptian knew of their arrival now, so he wanted to leave their pictures on the soles of his shoes to remind them of their origins.
Likewise, the ancient Egyptian left them a message in his tombs, when he depicted them bound as prisoners or presented as offerings to the ancient Egyptian gods in the temples.
Dr. Nazi Suleiman was with you. Thank you for listening. And I wish you a good day. Hope we meet in a new video next week.